Hello YouTube, welcome back to another video. Today we'll be doing a video on fire extinguishers. So right here, this is my water can. This is just your nice and typical water extinguisher. So basically, when you pull the pin and squeeze the handle, it just outputs a straight, steady stream of water. This extinguisher, on the other hand, is actually a lot more complicated and effective. This is a water mist fire extinguisher. So it's essentially just a water extinguisher, except if you look on the tip here, this is actually a specialized nozzle that outputs a bit of a mist instead of just a straight stream. That makes it able to be used on electrical fires, because if you look at a regular stream of water, you can think of it as a wire and electricity just flows straight through that water, whereas with a mist, it's just particles of water and electricity can't easily get a straight path to you, which is the user. Now, this extinguisher is a little more expensive and it looks a bit smaller, and it is smaller. This is a 2.5 gallon extinguisher. This is just a 6 liter extinguisher. So 6 liters is roughly 1.5 gallons. However, because of the fact that this extinguisher is a lot more efficient, it can use less water and still have the exact same results, if not better. They do make this extinguisher in a 2.5 gallon version like this. However, mine is just a 6 liter version, and I think I'm okay with that because of how great these extinguishers are. Now let's go over how to refill these extinguishers. So the first thing you want to do whenever you ever open a fire extinguisher is completely verify that it's empty. So as you can see, if I squeeze the handle, maybe a little water that was left in the wand comes out, but this thing is not highly pressurized anymore, and it's okay to be opened up. Then you can go ahead and unscrew the nut. If you can't get it with your hands, you can use a pair of channel locks and gently and carefully undo that nut carefully. So then you can go ahead and, I think I need to use that again. And there you go. So now you can just loosen this nut carefully. So just keep turning that nut. And then as you can see, the valve stem assembly will come up. There might be a little water left, but you can just leave this aside for now. Inside of the extinguisher, you'll see that there is a little sleeve, just like the water can. This is actually a measuring device that helps you know when the extinguisher is full. So now you can go ahead and start filling. I just have my water inside of 2 little gallon bottles because it's easier. And you can use a funnel to make this easier. And you can see now that the little sleeve has filled up, that extinguisher is pretty much where you want it. So now that that's perfectly done, you're gonna turn the extinguisher and make sure you know where the label is, the front instruction label, and then insert the little valve stem assembly like that, and then start tightening that with your hand. Alright, there you go. This extinguisher is very tightly on there, and now it's ready to be pressurized. On the back of this extinguisher, just like a regular water can, there's a Schrader valve you can attach to a regular tire pump, or you can just use one of those small little portable air compressors like I have. Just another note before I pressurize this thing, whenever you're filling a water mist extinguisher, it's very important that you use deionized water. Although the chances of electricity flowing into the mist and going back to you are extremely low anyways with regular water, the manufacturer recommends that you use deionized water because deionized water cannot conduct electricity. Distilled water is okay too. However, in a real life situation, distilled water does still have other minerals in it, and it could potentially still conduct electricity. So deionized water is what you want to use for a commercial situation. These extinguishers are also found near MRIs and places like that because they're non-magnetic, as you can see right there on the label, and that way it won't interfere with any of the appliances. So as you can see, I have my little mini air compressor. This is the exact same one from last year that you saw in my water can video. It was only $15 on eBay, and it's still going pretty strong, so I think that's pretty cool. Let's go ahead and start pressurizing. Alright, so this extinguisher is fully charged at this point, and now what I'm going to do is quickly release this air compressor nozzle from the back. And there you go. Now this extinguisher is ready to go. I'm going to put the pin back in like that, and then I can go ahead and put the nozzle back onto the hose clips like so, and boom, this extinguisher is now ready to fight fires. Alright, so I'm going to demonstrate the water mist fire extinguisher. As you can see, the fire is going pretty well right now. So we're going to pull out the pin. Aim the nozzle at the base of the fire. Squeeze the handle. There you go. Thank you for watching today's video. I really appreciate your view. This extinguisher is really cool. I'm not sponsored by Amerex, by the way. I bought this extinguisher with my own money, and as you can see, it's a really good extinguisher either way. If I squeeze the trigger, you can see it has a really fine mist, and that's really cool.